Hello MPPNs, how are you? Hope you are fine. I am sure you have understood the first chapter, that is nutrition in plants. Now we are moving on with science. The second chapter of your science textbook is nutrition in animals. In the first chapter, we have studied that plants are autotrophs as they make their own food. But this is not so in the case of animals. Animals are heterotrophs and depend on other organisms for their food. This food comes either from plants or from animals. We obtain the foods such as wheat, rice, vegetables and fruits from plants. We get milk products, meats and eggs from animals. Human beings that obtain food from plants are called herbivores, and human beings that obtain food from both plants and animals are called omnivores. So I think we have recalled the first chapter, right? So let us move on. In this video, we are going to study part 1 of this chapter. Let us see the contents of this chapter. These are the topics which we have to study in this chapter. What are they? Types of nutrition, nutrition in amoeba, nutrition in humans, link of digestion with respiration and transportation in humans, digestion in ruminants, and at last types of teeth, right? But in this part we are going to study the first two topics. What are they? They are types of nutrition and nutrition in amoeba. Okay, so let's move on. The first topic which we have to study in this chapter is types of nutrition. First of all, tell me, what is nutrition? Nutrition is the process of using food for energy, growth and repair of the body. What do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition is the process of using food for energy, growth and repair of the body. Okay. There are two types of nutrition. There are two main types of nutrition. What are they? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. What do you mean by autotrophic nutrition? It is a mode of nutrition in which the organisms prepare their food by themselves. For example, green plants. Secondly, heterotrophic nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which organisms cannot prepare their own food, so they depend on another organisms for their food. For example, dodder, mushroom, etc. Heterotrophic nutrition is of three types. Now, this main mode of nutrition, that is heterotrophic nutrition, is of three types. What are they? Saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition and holozoic nutrition. The first two types have been discussed by us in the first chapter, right? What do you mean by saprophytic nutrition? It is the mode of nutrition in which organisms depend on dead and decaying plant and animal matter for their food, right? Example, mushroom, Indian pipe, etc. And what do you mean by parasitic nutrition? It is the mode of nutrition in which organism depends on the host plant for their food, right? Example, dodder. And the third one is a new one for you, right? So let us have a detailed study about this. Holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means eating solid food, or we can say that a complete nutrition of food. Holozoic nutrition means eating solid food. Most of the animals, including human beings, take the solid food into their body by the process of ingestion. What is the process known as? Ingestion. And what is ingestion? The process by which human beings or the organisms take their food in the solid form is known as ingestion. The ingested food is then digested. The digested food gets absorbed into the cells of the body. Okay. Then finally the undigested food is thrown out. In short, we can say that holozoic nutrition involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Now I will make you clear about that processes. First one, ingestion, that is taking enough food in the solid form. Then second, digestion, that is the food is broken down into simple substances. Then third, absorption, that is the digested food is absorbed by the blood cells or the other cells of the body to get energy, right? Or for some activities like cell division and all. Then the food gets assimilated, that is distributed. The food gets distributed to various parts of the body to provide us energy. At last, the food is egested. E-G-E-S-T-E-D, egested. What do you mean by egestion? It is the undigested and unabsorbed part of the food is thrown out of the body. That process is known as egestion. Okay, clear? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Clear? Now let's move ahead. I forgot to tell you about the examples or the organisms that perform holozoic nutrition, and they are cat, cattle, dog, fish, amoeba, etc. Okay. So, nutrition in amoeba, we will study the process involved in holozoic nutrition in detail with the help of an example. Okay, so let's move ahead. Amoeba is an unicellular animal, that is amoeba has only one cell. Okay, amoebas make up one of the simplest groups of protozoans. If you are asked that which variety is considered as the simplest variety of protozoans, then you will answer that they are amoebas. What is the singular of amoeba? It is amoebae. A-M-O-E-B-A-E. Amoebae. Okay. Some amoebas are visible to the naked eye, but some are microscopic. Okay. Amoebas move with the help of pseudopodia, or we can say that false foot. The amoebas move slowly in a moist environment by extending its cell membrane and cytoplasm. This extension is called a pseudopodium or false foot. When the pseudopodium is fully extended, it pulls the amoeba along with it. Thus, the amoeba moves. Now, let us study the nutrition in amoeba in a detailed manner. The process of nutrition in an amoeba is as follows: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and at last egestion. I will explain you one by one. As I told you in the beginning, same, nothing more different, but something you will get from these explanations. Okay, just listen carefully. Ingestion. The amoeba uses its pseudopodia to ingest food. As the amoeba reaches near a small piece of food, it extends its pseudopodium around the food. Soon the food particle is engulfed or surrounded by the pseudopodium. A spherical food vacuole in the pseudopodium forms around the engulfed food particle. The vacuole can be treated as a temporary stomach of the amoeba. When the amoeba sees a food, then it makes a finger-like projections. What are those finger-like projections called? It is called pseudopodia. The pseudopodia surrounds the food or the prey. Then it takes in the prey. This process is known as egestion. Then the next one is digestion. The food vacuole releases special digestive chemicals called enzymes in order to break down the captured food into small and soluble molecules. Thus, digestion in amoeba takes place outside the food vacuole. The food vacuole releases special digestive chemicals. What are those digestive chemicals called? They are called enzymes. The food that is engulfed releases chemicals known as enzymes in order to break down the captured food. Food vacuole is present in an amoeba, right? This food vacuole releases enzymes that break down the food that is captured by the amoeba, right? This process is known as digestion. Next, what is that? It's absorption. The digested food present in food vacuole is then absorbed directly into the cytoplasm of the amoeba by diffusion. This food spreads into the whole of amoeba cell. Remember, after absorption, the food vacuole vanishes. Okay. Absorption involves the nutritive value, the absorption of nutritive value of that particular food. That value is absorbed by the cells of, though it has only one cell, that cell also needs some energy, no? So that energy is obtained by the absorption of that food material. After absorption, the food vacuole vanishes. Now what is the next method or the next process? It is assimilation. Amoeba utilizes the absorbed food for two purposes. Okay, amoeba utilizes the absorbed food for two purposes. A part of the food is used to obtain energy through respiration, and the remaining part is used for the growth of amoeba. Okay, what are the two purposes of utilization of the absorbed food? They are to obtain energy and for the growth of amoeba. Okay, understood? Now the last process is egestion. The waste products left behind, that are the undigested food, carbon dioxide and excess water, are thrown out through the cell membrane. This process is known as egestion. The products left behind, that are the undigested food, carbon dioxide and excess water, are thrown out through the cell membrane. Just remember this fact, okay? Okay, we have completed the nutrition in amoeba. Now let's recall what we have learned. First of all, the food is ingested. Then the food is taken in through the pseudopodia. Then next one, the food gets absorbed in the cell of amoeba. Then the food is assimilated, and finally the undigested food is egested or thrown out. Okay, see, here is a complete table of holozoic nutrition in amoeba. I am showing you this because it is the most important topic which we have to focus in our higher classes also. In class 10th, you will get a 5-mark question about this nutrition in amoeba. So you have to learn thoroughly this topic, okay? First of all, amoeba senses food. Second, Pseudopodia surround the food. Third, the food is enclosed in a food vacuole, that is food plus water. Food vacuole consists of food and water. Then fourth step, enzymes from the cytoplasm are secreted into the food vacuole. Food is digested and soluble materials are absorbed and assimilated, that is used up. Then undigested food is or undigested waste is expelled out. There is a fact for you in this question. What is that? Do you know? The question may ask, what is the excretory organ of amoeba? Then what will you tell? It's a higher standard question, so there is no chance for you to be asked in this class. Okay, but still it is good that you know the answer of this question, and the answer is food contractile. Food contractile is the excretory organ of amoeba. Alright, so we have come to the end of this part. Let's have a revision of what we have learned. We have learned the first two topics, that is types of nutrition and nutrition in amoeba. In types of nutrition, we studied that the main mode of nutrition is of two types. They are autotrophic and heterotrophic. The heterotrophic is also of three types. First one saprophytic, parasitic, then holozoic. In nutrition in amoeba, we studied the different process. I am sure you have understood the topic of nutrition in amoeba, right? So there is no need for further explanation. Okay, let's wind up today. Alright children, we will meet again in our next class. Till that, stay home, stay safe. Bye.